And then as we, I think, as we talk about these aspects, while since you have gone through the whole process of not just onboarding, implementing, but also refining, and as you mentioned that adding new things to the system, what would your, I mean, for our audience today, what would your recommendation around the best practices would be? I mean, if someone is looking analytics or someone is implementing speech analytics, what would you recommend how they should go about it?
I think the first thing is to gather your criteria, right? Know what you're looking to evaluate. And once you have those things, working with Provana has been good in the fashion that you guys are in the industry and you wouldn't be stumbling over it on your own, trying to figure out what to do or what's the best practice. So that expertise bodes well for that. And once you have your criteria, you're also not the engineer. So you don't have to worry about programming it and calibrating it on your own. Your portion of the calibration is simply to look at, this is the specs that I gave. Did I get the return of those that I wanted? And so the other part of the criteria is, once you have given the criteria, you're working to calibrate the system. I will tell you that calibration is constant. As things change, calibration is necessary, and it is a regular part of this process. So I think understanding that, and giving a good look at what you ask for the system to do, and evaluating even on the return of that. Are you evaluating and measuring what you want in order to get to the goal that you have? And that's the third piece: set goals for yourself. So you might not be able to have everything set up from day one. You might start with the basic scorecard and then build from there. That's definitely the process that we used. Our initial focus was on compliance, and now we're looking at the collector or agent effectiveness, and how well the compliance and the agent effectiveness go hand in hand, kind of incorporating some of those soft skills and coaching to that measure. So um, you might not start off, like I said, with everything that you want in one scorecard, or even in one dashboard, but having the opportunity to start somewhere and to continually grow, and to work with the team that's helping you to enhance it and to give you different ideas about how to approach it. Initially, when we started, I had an idea about how I thought it could work, but having someone else to talk to and to work through what that should look like, and what's the best practice, and what have we seen in areas such as this that do work, that are tried and true, was also a help and a benefit.
Definitely. So yeah, I think Nikkia, since you've been using our platform for quite a while now, and as you shared your experience around it, but also from the like you rightfully said, the customizations of the system, do they also kind of come in handy, or is it like you know it takes time or things like you mentioned to discuss and talk through with the team, and then what's usually the turnaround time like?
It's not a long time process. I think if you have your information and it's ready, it doesn't take long at all. I would give probably approximation of a couple of weeks to change something and evaluate it, and then make sure that it's what you want. Um, we definitely, you know, represent a number of clients who have differing criteria, and being able to make one scorecard, and necessarily several scorecards if you needed to, is a plus. So each time there's a necessary need for a different scripting or a different type of evaluation, it is definitely customizable. We were able to, take client A and have that evaluated, along with client B might want something different. So we're looking at different aspects when evaluating those. The way that we set up our platform, our scorecard can work for each. We might just be evaluating different components with a different client, but having a change happen is rather quick. It depends on the volume of the change, whereas that couple of weeks could go down to a couple of days, just depending on how big the change is.